Hey guys, it's Heather. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of the things, beauty related things, that I do not spend money on. So most of these I kind of DIY, so these are all things that you could go and pay to have done or you could do it yourself. And I just want to throw it out there. Quick disclaimer, this is just what I do. This is just what works for me. I totally get going out and having these things done can be super relaxing or just something that you like to do. I just figured I'd share with you ways that I save money by doing it myself and just sharing with you my DIY beauty routines. And it never fails when I sit down to film. It's like it could be quiet all day and then boom, I turn the camera on. The neighbor's mowing the lawn. The other neighbor's deciding to start learning how to play the guitar. This neighbor across the street is being loud. The kids are screaming, whatever, that's life. So the first thing that I do not spend money on is going out and getting my nails done. I also do not get my toes done. So I do my nails at home myself. Sometimes I have tips on, sometimes I just do a plain polish with a gel topper. And I also do my toes myself too. I've always done this. The reason why I don't like getting my nails done, not to mention it's time consuming and it's expensive. I'm not a fan of the electric file that they use. Now I know not everyone uses that, but I just prefer to do them myself at home and it saves a bunch of money. So I figured I would share with you my favorite nails that I like to use if I'm feeling like I want to tap on things. So I like the Kiss nails. There's a bunch of ones like on Amazon that are good too. I've just always gone back to using the Kiss ones. I like the acrylic nude. They're really good. You can paint them. You can just leave them as is. I always get the medium length or the real short length. Now I have the real short length on today. These ones are not like the salon French, so they're not really finished. They're $2 cheaper if you buy them like this, and I decided to paint them myself. Sometimes I'll leave them on for like a week and just have them plain, and then I'll decide to paint them if I get bored. And that's another thing. I like a different polish like every few days. I just like to have a different color. I get bored really easy. So the polish that I have on is by KL Polish. It is in the shade Prince Cornelius. Unfortunately, this line has been discontinued, but Kathleen Lights does have another line. It's Lights Lacquer, really good polishes. And the thing I like the most about this is that the shape of the bristles, it makes it super easy to apply. So if you're new at painting your own nails, it's really, really user-friendly. So it just takes some practice, obviously, like with anything else, but once you get the hang of it, it is really easy and I don't mind doing it at all. And then I always use a gel topper. I really like this one. It's by Essie. It's like $9 or $10, but I think it's the best. Some of the other ones, like Revlon makes one, Essence makes one. They're much cheaper, but they dry down and they get goopy. You end up having to toss half the bottle, so you might as well just buy the $10 more expensive one and have it last. So if you don't want to paint your own nails, Kiss also makes some really cute, just kind of press-on ones. You can either use the adhesive that comes with them or you can glue them on. They have tons of styles. I love getting them from like Target or Amazon. You can also buy them in bulk. Like I'll buy a 3-pack of these ones in bulk and it's much cheaper doing it that way. I'm gonna link everything down below so you can find the exact nails that I love. And if you're interested in seeing a tutorial, I've done, I think, 2 of these, and I will put it up above in the cards so you can check that out. I'm a little hesitant to show you my feet on camera. I might just insert a picture of what they look like, because it's kind of, I don't want to like pull the camera down there. I feel like it's kind of weird. But I will show you a picture of what they look like. And I do them myself. Super easy, nothing crazy. Now don't get me wrong, I get it, wanting to go to the salon, it's totally relaxing, but if you are looking for ways to save a couple dollars each month, or if you're just in a tight budget for the month, or whatever the reason may be, there's always alternatives to doing it at home. You can get your own little nails like this for $5 and it lasts for about 2 weeks. It could even last for 3 weeks. It just kind of depends on what you're doing with them, but you can always glue them back on. So I think that it's perfect, saves money. Easy, simple DIY. All right, let's move on to the next thing that I like to do at home that I don't spend money on. And that is grooming. So eyebrows, if you need a little wax here, if you need some grooming in other places. I do all of that at home, and I have extremely thick eyebrows. When I tell you that if I didn't do my brows, legit, they would be down to here. Like legit, they would be super bushy. So I used to get them waxed, I think maybe in middle school, but the problem was that they would grow back so quickly. I was constantly having to tweeze them. So I just started doing them myself probably in high school. I was in high school in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and the trend was to have them like super skinny. So I did do some damage. I like where they're at now. I mean, they're not always perfect, but they're good enough, and I've pretty much kept them this shape for a while. So what I like to use are these stencils. They're by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think they're perfect if you want to do your eyebrows yourself at home. And I'm not talking try to wax them yourself. I don't do that. I just like to use the stencils, and then I pluck around areas where it's not filled in. I have a whole video on that. I'll put it up above rather than kind of really go into it, because in that video I go step by step through how I do it. But these are great. They have the high arch, they have the full arch, they have thin. So even if you have really skinny eyebrows and you're wanting to build them up, they have like 5 or 6 different stencils, and it shows you like exactly how to line them up. So this front line would be like where your like the corner of your eye, and then out towards your pupil, and then down. So it's really helpful if you're looking for a way to tame them on your own. So for the most part, as soon as I see them grow in, I'll just kind of pluck them, and I always do them first, so that way I can see the shape. I never just go in when they're not done, because I don't want to pluck a hair or have something misplaced. So that's just a nice little tip right there. So my other grooming favorites, I like the Nads Body Wax Strips. If you want to use these, they're great. It's not too painful, it's not too bad. I always go with this brand for the most part. I get them off Amazon. I also am a big fan of Veet. This is a gel cream hair remover if you want to try that. If you want something that's just going to chemically remove that hair. And I also have a wax kit. 1 second, let me go get it. So that was strangely perfect timing because my battery just died. So I just changed out the battery really quick. So I use, it's called the GG wax, and it's like a honey wax. So you just heat it up. There's 3 settings, low, medium, high. I, for the most part, always put it like all the way up to almost high. And it comes with the heater, and then you can just buy the refills online. I will link this exact one down below. It wasn't crazy expensive or anything like that. And it also comes with like a set of different things. A wax off lotion, which is really nice, like to get any of the stuck residue. And then like different lotions and things to prep for waxing. And then it comes with like some strips and some wax sticks. So it's definitely worth it. One of my most favorite things to use this for, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but is waxing like inside your nose. It does not hurt at all. I know you're thinking, oh my God, that probably kills. Literally, it hurts the least. Like you don't even feel it. I just take the stick, put it on the wax, put it in there, take a wax strip with a Q-tip and kind of like press it up in there and then rip it off, and literally it takes care of everything. And then of course, I throw the stick right out. Do not dunk it back in. Once you dip it in and you use it, throw it right out for sanitary reasons. It doesn't hurt at all. Just try it. It's been a game changer because literally it rips the hair out and the hair does not grow back for a while. Okay, so we talked about nails, we talked about grooming. The next thing is I do not spend a ton of money on skincare. So I don't pay to go have facials done. I don't do anything like that. I have been getting like some decent breakouts, which it's kind of eased up. I don't know, I mentioned it in one of my last videos. I don't know if it was hormone related, could be the mess, could be stress, could be diet, but it's kind of calmed down. There is a really good Microdermabrasion kit that I will link below. It literally like sucks everything out of your pores, and it's not super expensive. So I would think like maybe investing in something like that, because I know that going and getting facials monthly, all that can get very expensive. But again, it's what's important to you. For me, I don't feel like it makes such a huge difference than what I can do at home myself. Like I deal with melasma and even getting facials and all that, even if I were to get a laser, which, you know, I've talked to dermatologists and they just think that it could potentially make it worse. So it's just something that I'm gonna deal with. There's creams to lighten it, stuff like that. So to continue on with skincare, one of the main things that I don't like to spend a lot of money on is like skin creams or anti-wrinkle creams. One, because I've used them, I've tried different serums, I've spent, you know, almost $200 on a serum, I've spent under $10 on serums from The Ordinary, and honestly, I really don't see a big difference. Especially if you're talking about, say for example, your forehead and it has deep set wrinkles in there. It's like no amount of serum or anti-wrinkle cream is going to take care of a really deep wrinkle that's already set. So I think that they're good for preventative measures. Like I always wear sunscreen. I feel like I've done a good job keeping my skin pretty wrinkle free. Let's say aging it at the pace that I feel like it should. I don't know, I'm 35, my troubled areas are in my forehead and right in here. The smile lines and stuff like that doesn't really bother me that much yet, and luckily I don't have too much of an issue with like crow's feet, because I don't, when I smile, that part like really does. Maybe I just don't smile enough. Maybe that's it. And I make more like, you know, frustrated faces. Anyway, what I'm saying is I like to use a nighttime cream, always CeraVe. I think it works great. The price point is awesome. I like The Ordinary. I think their products are really good. I really like the lactic acid. There's a couple other ones that I really like, and the prices are amazing. I do like the Ole Henriksen vitamin C serum. I think that it has helped with brightening and stuff. It's like $40, $60 a bottle. I can't remember. I do think it's good, but is it going to miraculously make your wrinkles disappear or something like that? No, it's not. So what I'm saying is, for me personally, instead of spending a ton of money on skincare, like hundreds of dollars, I'd rather take that money and get a little Botox in my forehead. So I'm just gonna be open right now, which I have done probably like a couple times a year. I actually haven't had it in a while, but I like to put a little Botox in here and then in between here. And I just get it like very lightly. I don't get anything too heavy. I haven't messed around with fillers or anything like that. I am 35 in case you're wondering, but I just feel like I'd rather save that money and get a little bit of Botox that will actually relax your muscles and take care of those deep lines than spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on creams that are never going to do that, if that makes sense. But the one cream that I do like, but it's prescription, is the Whitening. So you have to obviously get it prescribed, but I felt like that does a really good job, especially with like some light exfoliation, helping with my dark spots from them not getting any darker and things like that. So I think that's worth it, but it's prescription and insurance probably isn't gonna cover it, and it is pricey. But with the Botox, I will say that you have to do your research and make sure you're going to someone really good. I go to an actual plastic surgeon, because if you go and they put like one little drop in the wrong spot, you're gonna come out of there and you're gonna be looking like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, or you'll be like all droopy eyed. You've seen people where their face just doesn't look right. I think that you just really have to do your research and not overdo it, because you want it to look very natural. So the last big category that I can think of that I do not spend money on, I do it myself, is spray tanning or at-home tanning, whatever you want to call it. So instead of going out and getting a spray tan, I like to just do it myself. Again, it's all what you're comfortable with. This is just what works for me. So if you're curious, I like the Saint Tropez or the Loving Tan. I also like to mix them, and I actually really like the Saint Tropez. This is the marshmallow mousse. So if you're looking to just do it at home, or maybe you don't have time to get to the salon and do a spray tan, definitely give it a go. It's super easy. I have a couple of instruction videos that should be really helpful for you. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm literally not artistic at all, I don't think, and I feel like I've kind of practiced and been able to figure it out and learn from my mistakes. So if you're curious, this bottle, I believe it's like $42, maybe $44. Anyway, this bottle, this is the 6.7 fluid ounce, so this is the biggest bottle. This gets me 8 applications. So if you do the math, you're going to be saving a ton of money than going out and paying probably that amount for a spray tan. I'm not really sure how much they cost, but I can bet that this is probably the better route if you're on a budget or you just don't have the money to spend on that. Or if it's last minute, just run to Ulta and you can totally do it yourself and it will look really, really nice. And the last thing that I don't spend money on to have professionally done is getting my teeth whitened. I swear by this Crest. This is the 3D White. It is the stain eraser. I love all of their 3D White products. I also use the mouthwash, but I'm gonna say you have to be very careful with this stuff, especially if you have sensitive teeth. This makes 0 sense. I'm aware it makes 0 sense, but I will use this a couple days in a row and literally my teeth will be completely a different shade. It works so fast and so well, but I also use Sensodyne from time to time because I do have sensitive teeth, and unfortunately I drink a lot of coffee and I drink a lot of soda. Don't judge me. And I know it makes no sense and it contradicts itself, but you know, I gotta do what makes me happy. So if you're struggling with your teeth, I would definitely recommend trying this out. They also make like the white strips. I've never been able to use those. Those really, really bother my teeth, make them so super sensitive to the point where like even just breathing, like the air, even ambient temperature air coming in just bothers them so bad. With this toothpaste, as long as I use it with some Sensodyne, I'm good to go. So that is everything. I'm gonna do another video like this, but it's gonna be lifestyle related. So it's gonna be everything like lifestyle wise that I don't spend money on. So if you guys wanna see that, leave me a comment down below and let me know. I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It lets me know that you like my channel and I'll continue to make videos. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.